Hey Husker fans, Evan Bland with Jimmy Watkins with the Omaha World-Herald as we continue the slow wind down of fall camp. It's a Thursday here. This is kind of our last little taste of fall camp. We have the press conference on Sunday, and then it's suddenly Northwestern week. So this is sort of that last little bit of time when Nebraska is still talking a little bit more about itself before it turns its attention to Ireland and Northwestern. I would say it wasn't a super enlightening day, Jimmy. We heard from Mark Whipple and a number of offensive players and assistants. Mark Whipple did touch on the quarterback situation and said feels good about the top three. That decision is going to come down to Scott Frost here this week about who gets the first snap. I think everyone pretty much anticipates that still being Casey Thompson, but we'll see how that plays out. He also liked the running back depth. That's been a theme throughout fall camp that's continued. He likes that top four group as well as Ramir Johnson, which sort of has his own topic or his own label at this point.
He's a wide back.
Calls himself a wide back. He's not a receiver. He's not a running back.
And you said there wasn't much to learn today.
Well, that was the best thing. There's no doubt. That's why we led with it off the top. What else did you take out of this? You heard from a couple of offensive assistants.
No, that's it. Close the computer. You're good. We had Donovan Raiola talking today, of the offensive line coach. Everyone wants to know what he's going to say. He's kept it brief per usual. I think he talked for about 5 minutes today. He did say if you're to glean from these small snippets things to learn about the offensive line, he said that he appreciates the experience that guys like Brock Bando, Trent Hicks, and a pair of sixth-year seniors who all of us sort of think are going to be starting when Nebraska kicks off in Ireland. He likes those guys. He said he feels lucky to have them, been through the fire, all the adversity they've been through in their careers. You know, guys that have, in Hickson's case, started, gone back to the bench, now in the run for starting again. That sort of experience is informative and can get you through some tough spots as a group. He likes the over communication from his group, which has been a consistent theme. If there's been any consistent theme from those O linemen this fall, it's that everyone is over talking, over communicating. They are making sure that everyone understands the new scheme, the new techniques that they're using. He also mentioned that Nebraska's run game isn't going to look very different than it did last year. Everyone else has been kind of tap dancing around that subject. Sometimes we get it's been kind of a blur. He just came out and said it, that what they've been doing at Nebraska is going to be mostly what they're going to be doing going forward. Other guys that talked today, running backs coach Brian Applewhite, who, as Evan mentioned, that race remains pretty close. The separator is going to be consistency. Whoever that to me sounds like a position that's going to separate itself out, sort itself out as the season progresses. One guy has a good week, he'll be the guy for another week, get a chance to get a stronghold on that job. But they're going to rotate different guys in. Whipple has mentioned before that he likes using multiple backs. Applewhite said today it's possible they could use 2 or 3 lead guys. He likes all of his guys as pass catchers. I asked him specifically what you think about who stands out as a pass catcher. He said he likes all of those guys, not worried about any of them with their hands. And that's about it. That's what we got today.
Yeah, the only other thing I'd add is Turner Corcoran spoke. He's working out exclusively at left guard.
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought it was notable that he acknowledged that there's been a lot of inconsistency on the offensive line in the offseason just because of injuries.
Yeah.
Different things like that, guys rotating in and out.
Actually,
he felt like...
Okay, I had thought of something else. Sorry.
Okay. He felt like the cohesiveness that they've shown off the field will translate onto the field. So we'll see how much that bears itself out in Ireland, too.
Yeah, one more offensive line note. Bryce Benhart, who's a guy who was benched last year, right around the time where Frost was saying that he wanted to see more, I don't remember what the exact words were, but more aggressiveness, more killer instinct from those offensive linemen. Raiola said that Benhart has made strides in that specific area. He's bringing more intensity during practice. You can see him sort of getting better in that regard. So there's a note for you.
Well, it's getting real. We'll have press conference on Sunday, which is very rare. Nebraska then will head out across the ocean on Monday, and that'll lead up to Saturday. And we're actually going to have football to talk about. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Finally, we're going to start talking some opponent stuff next week. Northwestern, obviously, first up. Stick with the World-Herald. For Jimmy, I'm Evan. Thanks for watching.